Hey, how are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I'm great. How are you?
I'm awesome.
I, I'm I'm in Portugal.
I know,
That's yeah.
and you brutalized our butt cheeks today.
I mean that makes it sound like heinous, like not safe for work kind of stuff.
Oh,
It was
sorry, I didn't think.
I did not brutalizing your butt cheek sounds like something that, only a few of your listeners are into.
If you do Bulgarian split squats, then you know that that is what it is.
That that is what the thing is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we've been having some interesting conversations on the drive.
Hmm.
And there's something you just said a minute ago that was really good, really interesting for me was it doesn't matter what your hormones say, the intervention is going to be the same.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, we've been having this great conversation about, different how similar our experiences are with people that are inquiring or clients that we have. And you can tell that the internet hormone grifters
Dr.
are
Sims, yeah, Mindy Pals,
Mindy Pals, Primal Bod,
yep,
yeah,
V-Shred, yeah.
V-Shred. Are doing their jobs, because I've had so many women inquiring about, working with me, and then they go, oh, but I'm getting my hormones tested, so I'm waiting for the results of that. And none of them sound or look happy when I say, okay, that's cool, but that's not going to change what like any interventions that I would recommend for you. Like, that's just not going to change anything. And I think they seem really disappointed by that. They seem
It's almost like you're hoping that the hormone profile will change what the prescription is going to be.
Yeah, like they're gonna say, like they're hoping I'm gonna say, oh, your hormones are
Your
out of
estrogen
whack.
is too high or something.
Then
Yeah.
you know what? You don't need to do anything.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, the hormone,
It's out of your control.
and that's the thing. I think the hormones message makes it feel like, to me anyway, and men have hormones, makes it feel like that it's something that you can't control.
Yeah.
So therefore, if it's your hormones, you need a special magic
Mm-hmm.
pill. Whereas, look, we're gonna say, hey, are you sleeping properly?
Yeah.
Are you walking every
Are
day?
you tracking your food?
You can't say tracking food.
No.
No. No, that's wrong.
Is
You
that
can't.
ED speak?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, checking my bank account doesn't mean I have a money disorder, does it?
Oh, I definitely have a money disorder. But like I saw another coach, and I actually like trolled to get their little PDF or whatever, and they were saying, "Are you a woman in menopause? You need to be fasting." And you had to, they had that little trigger word where, comment fasting, and I'll send you my, help you get started with fasting. And my comment was, fasting is just another way to create a calorie deficit. And then this PDF landed in my mailbox. And I was like, wait, no. No, that's not, no. And I read it, and it was just a page smeared with bullshit. Like, just making women feel like there's nothing I can do about this. I have to do all of these things completely right. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And it makes me so angry, because what I say to these women is, the good news is, the bad news is this is within your control. The good news is it's within your control. Like, it doesn't, you and I have been talking about this for years. Hormones do not change the laws of thermodynamics. Does it change where extra fat is going to be stored? Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm. It does. But you cannot just spontaneously gain weight independent of caloric intake. That's just not how it works.
But cortisol.
But insulin.
I'll raise you progesterone.
I'll raise you. Oh God, you got me. You know what? I want to pivot, because you said something also about the women that you were speaking to and noticed that they were not following any coaches like myself, any women over 40 or over 50 that do what I do, and you would ask them, why aren't you following this person, this person, this person? And what did they say to you?
It's different for them. And I'd be like, in what way?
Uh-huh.
And they'd be like, well, their hormones. I'm like, do you live with them? Are you their doctor?
Mm-hmm.
And then they would normally block me. Because I asked the question.
Probably better.
Yeah, probably
Do they
better.
do they talk about genetics where it's like, well, it's just their genetics?
Normally the order is hormones,
Mm-hmm.
stroke age, metabolism.
Okay.
And also it's the classic, oh, but I am eating in a calorie deficit, but I don't know why I'm not losing weight.
Right. No, you're not. I have women solidly in their late 30s, early 40s that are telling me, well, my metabolism is slowing down, and I'm like, it's not actually. And they go, oh, well, but I'm gaining weight. And it's like, well, that is your lifestyle. That is not your. They're so horrified to hear that their metabolism doesn't slow down until they're in their 60s. And even then, if you have lean muscle,
mm-hmm.
you're not going to experience that's going to blunt that. But it's like they want to think as soon as they turn 30, their metabolism just slows to a crawl, and that's why.
Do you know what happens though?
It's broken.
Yes, the minute you hit perimenopause, your metabolism broke.
Yeah.
And you end up in a hospital because your metabolism is broken and they need to keep your heart
Yes.
rate. No.
Yeah, my metabolism. Yeah, I don't have a metabolism.
But I think it's this, right? It's if you can tell a story that relates to the person. Hey, listen, you haven't changed your eating habits. All of a sudden, you've woken up and you've gained a dress size. You've got all this belly fat all of a sudden. It's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like a classic, like I can see the adverts in my head. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's a classic marketing tactic.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I want to say, it's not your fault that you're confused. That's what I hear myself saying that a lot to people.
Yep.
It's not your fault that you're confused. It's not your fault that you're not clear on what, because if you listen to absolutely everything, we would all just be eating air.
That might raise my cortisol. Sorry.
It would definitely raise my cortisol not to have a burger ever again. But I think that is the part that I feel like women have a valid, or everyone has a valid point. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know what to do anymore because, there's all these people out there saying all this bullshit. Yeah, it's not your fault that you're confused. You have people like Stacey Sim, who
Dr. Stacey Sim. What would
Dr. Stacey Sim?
Yep.
Who has exercise physiologist, PhD, blah blah blah, and then they jump into the Huberman fold, the whatever, and all of a sudden they're just using their credentials to peddle absolute bullshit, and it's no wonder people don't know who to listen to anymore, because you have people with real credentials who have sold out, and now it seems it's like there's this battle of the academics, right? Where you have the ones that are still staying the course and being like, no, like, this is bullshit, this is like you and I talked about Abby Langer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
it's shocking to see some of the people that show up on her page, where you're like, oh no, this one?
Another one?
It's like DJ Khaled over here. It's like
and another saddest one. Yep.
It's the saddest DJ Khaled. Another one.
It's another one.
Another one. So, but to hear it's not your fault, what is the alternative? Oh, okay, just do this thing, just take this pill, just
don't eat for 72 hours.
Yeah, but cortisol.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
I forgot not eating was stressful.
You can not eat for 72 hours as long as you put butter in your coffee, then you're fine.
Damn it. No, it's got to be MCT oil of high grade.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or from Dave Asprey. It's got to be this heavily.
The $65 one.
Yes, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm seeing now is like, this is not your boyfriend's creatine.
Oh my lord.
Have you seen that?
It's like the pink. It's the creatine for women.
Creatine for women.
Seriously.
That's like saying like toilet paper for women. It's like no. It's, you can use your boyfriend's creatine, and this is so crazy because this is exactly, you can take a supplement like creatine that is the most studied supplement there is. It's effective, it's safe, it's cheap. There's very little to no side effects, and everybody can make it. You can get it, and so they have to specialize it.
I got some out of my food earlier. There was creatine in my pork, because it comes from food as well.
It comes from food. Yeah, it's surprising. Yeah, crazy. But the thing is, like, now they specialize it, and they go, oh, this is, special fine granulated fucking creatine. No, it's creatine. Creatine is all the same. It doesn't matter. You can have your boyfriend's creatine, you can have your auntie's creatine, you can have your grandfather's creatine. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's all the same. It does the same thing. And it blows my mind. I have a screenshot ready to go to talk shit about these little pink creatine gummies. And it's like, and it's just a way to make money off something that is commodified, safe, effective, available, easy to get, and they have to specialize it. It's all the same shit.
I think in all the things that we've mentioned though, and all the things we've talked about in podcasts and everything we've done together, is the issue is a mindset issue. It's I'm scared to actually kind of go, stop, let me really get critical about how I eat, how I look after myself, how I show up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have challenges in life. Like everyone is going through challenges right now, especially if you live in North America. God bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, you people
appreciate you.
Are the salt of the earth right now. But
I'm from the elbows up place.
Okay, the 51st day. Yeah. But I think
never 51.
No. I'm joking.
Yeah,
Canadians, it's not gonna happen.
I got it.
We got your back.
Thank you.
I think the human brain does not like to be wrong.
Yeah.
And does not like to be embarrassed or to be seen to be inadequate. And there was a really good sketch, right? I watched this guy and he was talking to his partner and he said something like, oh, stop doing that. And she would translate it as, I'm silly. So she actually had made her own translation about what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens exactly when I say you're not in a calorie deficit. And people go mental.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Why do you think that happens?
I think it happens because people, I think you said it before, people don't want to be wrong. People don't, I think most people go into stuff with good intention, and they just, it's unfortunate that, it's a pretty cut and dried thing. It's a pretty cut and dried thing. You're either in a calorie deficit or you're not. And if you're not measuring your food and if you're not tracking, you're probably not in a calorie deficit, because even when I stopped tracking, like I just showed you like a 10-week sort of cut that I did. And the reason that I started that cut is because after I got my brown belt, I stopped tracking. I wasn't really paying attention. I was still doing like protein forward, lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grain, the whole thing, right? Like, what did you call it? The precision
nutrition, the hand,
right?
Yeah.
And I put on some weight. Why? Because what gets measured gets managed, and it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, yeah, you know what? And I avoided the scale because I was like, I know it's gonna be bad. I know it's gonna be bad. But you do not change what you can't acknowledge. And so as soon as you can acknowledge that, as soon as I got on that scale and went, oh shit, like, yeah, I need to dial it in. But what happens is when you can admit that to yourself, when you can be honest with yourself, that's when you can start to change it. And it doesn't mean that you're a failure of a human being. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're a liar. We all like to deceive ourselves from the truth, because you don't want to be like, oh, you know what, I really let this slide. But you know what? Life is long, and life gets in the way sometimes, and that's okay. But when you have the knowledge and the experience to know, okay, I just need to dial in for a few weeks and I can get back on track and everything's cool. You don't have to go through the whole shame wizard thing. You don't have to do that. And that I think a lot of people think that because of the way people are treated, like the body shaming thing and all of that kind of
Bullying,
stuff. Yeah, like it's
parents.
all
You're
that
11-year-old. You need to go on a diet.
Yeah, like I mean that stuff goes deep for people, and so they don't want to go to that place where it's like, yeah, you know what? I really haven't been paying attention to this. And once you can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to change this today without putting yourself through the ringer. I read something the other day where it was like, if I followed you around for a week, what would your actions, what would your behavior show me?
Would it show me that you're serious about the thing that you said you were serious about? Yes.
Like, what do your actions match what you say you want? And if they don't, then
say that.
Then just say that. And that's what our work is, to make sure that people's behaviors align with what they want, with the life that they want, the body that they want, to enjoy the mental health that they want. And, you know, my partner is leading a group through Europe right now. And he said, it is shocking to me how many people are opting out of all these fantastic experiences because they can't go upstairs, because they don't have enough cardiovascular fitness to walk all day. They don't have the mobility to navigate the stairs or the terrain or whatever it is. Or they've been in the hotel room for 2 days nursing a hangover, or like, and on it goes. And you think, this is a trip of a lifetime for a lot of people. And they're sleeping in a hotel room because physically they can't handle what is required. And to me, that is a tragedy.
That's scary.
That's scary to me. Like, I posted a video last week of like, make a list of all the things that you can do right now that bring you joy, that light you up, that make your life worth living. Imagine for the last 20 or 30 years of your life, you couldn't do any of those things. What would that be like? What would that feel like to you? Would you even want to live? And so, you know, people need to get really serious in their own minds about what they want their lives to look like. Because let me tell you, I'm 54 this year. Life comes at you hard. Life comes at you hard. And when you start to see what's happening to people our age, like, and some of it is just like comes out of nowhere. Like a classmate of mine, same age as me, he just died of some sort of weird, aggressive type of dementia. Just boom, like that. And you think, you know, I had my own health scare not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't insulate you from anything or everything that can happen, but it sure as shit gives you more of a fighting chance against whatever eventuality is going to come along. You know what I'm saying? But
you have to be very careful with some of that language, because that could be viewed as fat shaming.
No, I'm not. I'm not fat shaming you.
I know.
You can be skinny and out of shape too.
We know.
So, you know, I'm an equal opportunity.
I'm an equal opportunity caller out.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a PhD? I don't give a shit if you're talking about training to your menstrual cycle.
Oh God. But again, I can see why women think that makes sense, because in their heads they're like, well, during 1 week of the month, you know, I feel a bit tired, and so that means I shouldn't do stuff. And I think My thing is this. I said to my clients the other day, I stopped looking at my clients, who are all women, as women per se. I look at it through the lens of they're a woman, but who's the person in front of them?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I coaching? Not because every woman will have a different experience of their cycle. Some, I've seen them train like a demon on their cycle week. I'm like, I'm a bit scared. I'm like,
Yep.
you okay? What are you taking? I want to know I want some of what you've got.
Yeah.
I have others who, that last week, they need to just chill.
Yep.
So, but this whole thing of it's going to destroy your body, destroy your mental, like, it needs to stop.
Stop.
It just disempowers women.
It does. To me, it sounds like when women weren't allowed to ride bicycles because it was going to interfere with their ability to have kids. Like,
oh my Lord, yeah.
It's so archaic, and just and people don't view it as another way to disempower women and keep them. Any kind of rhetoric that suggests that women are or should be smaller, weaker versions of themselves is immediately suspect to me.
And here's another one. It just came into my mind. There are no studies on women. This one grinds my gears because I now have a list on my Apple Notes of every study in every area. Like, I literally have PCOS. I have, and
like they only study men and women.
Yeah,
are just smaller
women are never studied, and everything's on men. And I'm like, I agree that I'm
took a long time.
There is some studies that haven't even been done on black people, so I get it. However, there is data that shows us pretty convincingly of the main things. Should there be more studies on women? Absolutely, hell yes. But
yes.
With the information we've got, this is what it says.
Yes.
Go track your calories.
Yes, go track your calories. Yeah, absolutely.
Go track your calories.
Go track your calories. Yeah, weigh your food.
I got a question for you.
Oh.
It's on behalf of someone else.
Oh. All right.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So what would you say to a woman who is already pretty strong, has come a long way in, say, maybe 2-3 years, doesn't feel like they're moving forward as fast as they were originally, and looks up to someone like you and is like, oh, I really want arms like that. I really want to get shredded, but feels like they kind of stop-starty. What would you say to them?
Number one, this is just a hypothetical, right? This is
totally hypothetical. Let's call her Emilia.
With an I.
Yeah.
First of all, I think I would say that it takes years and years and years to get to a physique that you want or that you're happy with. And the reason for that, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, when, beginner's luck is a thing with lifting and with training that way for a strong physique or putting a little bit more muscle on. There is a little bit of beginner's luck. When you go from nothing to something, there's some pretty dramatic results that you see at the beginning. But it's just like, let's take Usain Bolt for an example. Okay, when he first started training and started learning correct training protocols, correct form, technique, all that stuff.
Chicken nuggets.
There's gonna be huge gains.
Yep.
Right? But then you get to a point where you're working 8 hours a day, 6 days a week to shave like a fraction of a second off of your race time. And I feel like that's what happens after a couple of years. The gains and the improvements are smaller and less noticeable, and that's why I encourage all my clients to take photos like at regular intervals, because it's really, really important to see that.
Take photos?
Yeah.
Regularly?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is that your perspective of what you think is an ideal physique changes as you go along in this journey. So what you wanted when you started is going to change as you see your own improvements. Like I said to a client not too long ago who was thinking, I'm not doing enough. I don't look as good as I should. I should have done more. I should look better. And I go, The body you have now, last year, you would have given everything you had to have. You just didn't know what you were capable of back then. What are you going to look like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10,
yeah.
like, you know, and if people say, oh, well, it's different for you, you look like this. Right. I've been lifting since I was 19. I'm 53 now. And there were times where I didn't lift as much and I didn't look as good because life happens sometimes. Life gets in the way sometimes. We have seasons in life and that's okay. But once you have the knowledge of how to change it, like, think about how powerful that is.
And it just becomes part of who you are.
100%.
Like, I just go to the gym and I lift. Like, right now, I'm more of a Muay Thai thing. I'm like, I want to go kick, punch stuff, right? But
I see that. I had to dodge a few things today. I had to dodge
someone else was trying to kick you with cable kickbacks. It wasn't me.
I did invite that. I have to say.
Yeah, you asked for
it. I did ask
so,
for
you
that.
know.
Yeah.
But I think, again, it still comes back to this thing where, as far as I'm concerned, for me, I have to work out 3-4 times a week without fail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it changes my body or not. This is who I am. And I think when people see really impressive physiques, those people have locked in who I am to the nth degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like Arnold, I'm sure, will sometimes train twice a day. He would do a set of 10 and, right, I'm going to do another 5. And I'm going to do another 4. And they will take it to, and that's what you have to do sometimes to eke out those gains.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because as you said, it's diminishing returns. When
Mm-hmm.
I first started Thai boxing, I learned quick.
Yep.
Now I'm trying to make small adjustments. I do a kick and I'm like, oh, I didn't learn it as fast. I'm not improving as fast as I was. It's like micro improvements every time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to do.
We were talking about that martial arts just be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the way, but that's what makes it great. That's what makes it great is that you can make those small improvements. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I'm the same. If I don't lift for a couple of days, like, people are not safe. People are not safe around me. Like, it's just part of who I am. And I think a lot of people think like, oh, she's crazy, or she's, and it's like, no, like, that's just part of who I am. And I think that's the other thing too, is that people will hold on to an identity of someone they think they are. And if you want something different, sometimes you have to let go of that too. You have to let go of that.
And you got to do something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's hard. I think that's hard for people because people feel like they're doing everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And in 99% of cases, we're not doing everything. And there's times when I have to admit that to myself, and it bruises my ego. I'm like, oh, Greg, you're not losing weight. Am I doing what I'm really supposed to be doing? Probably not. I had some wine gums. So I think we have to be honest with ourselves, and it comes back to being able to be wrong with ourselves and just be okay. I'm gonna lock in now. I'm gonna go and push harder.
And having that guidance, having somebody that really knows what they're talking about, is so instrumental.
Not Mindy Pels. What?
No, us.
Oh, okay.
You or me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I think a lot of people underestimate the value of having a good coach. Like, even the workout that we hit today, you coached me a little bit, I coached you a little bit, and you see things that you wouldn't normally see. Or to have somebody go, come on, I know you got more in there. Sometimes you stop a little short because you're like, yeah, this is good enough.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a sweat on.
Yeah.
I'm good. I've done my reps.
Yeah.
That's a classic one. I'm trying to say to clients now, like, whatever I give you, do 20% more.
Right.
So if I say 10 to 12, do 15, 16.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there you go. That's the difference.
Yes.
Because people will use 10 to 12 reps to be.
And then it'll just stop.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've done my reps. I'm okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like we had some really good endings a couple of times, and then we just kept talking. So now,
us too.
Yeah. Like it was like this is a great place to end it. But also, come on. All right, bring us home, Piran. Bring us home.
Okay, first of all, chiropractors are not nutrition coaches, health coaches. They are backcrackers. Please ignore them. I'm
at all costs.
Hyman, Pels,
Sims.
Sims is, well, she's an exercise phys, you know, but she's letting down.
Don't get me started. Lion.
Yeah, she's gone to
pissing
the
me
dark
off.
side
Yeah,
as well.
Huberman.
Actually, I've got.
Hot. Yeah.
No, I'm
Huberman.
just gonna say there was a really great video actually, and this is more from me.
He's talking again.
This was Dr. Jen Gunter.
Yes.
And it was on the back of Alan Bacon
Mm-hmm.
doing a really good video
Love
about
him too.
how to lose weight in menopause, perimenopause. It's not different to
No.
16 to 75 is not any different. There's no big secret.
No.
And obviously women will go, no, you don't understand hormones. And I just wanted a women's perspective. What is it about hearing a man say the same thing and not being willing to accept it? Whatever.
Because they think you don't get it. And it's like, men have hormones too, you know. But yeah, but Dr. Gunter and this is the thing. Maybe this is a great way to end it, because we're always talking about all the bullshit people, and maybe it's nice to give a list of people that do know what they're talking about and have not gone to the dark side.
Yep.
Dr. Alan Bacon, amazing. Dr. Bill Campbell, great. Dr. Stewart.
Right, Dr. Jen Gunter. For one.
We said that.
There's a lady called I can't say it. Dr. Lauren Celso Semple. She's awesome as well. There's another lady. She does hybrid stuff, and we'll drop the notes.
Hybrid stuff.
Yeah, you know the whole I lift and I run.
Oh, okay.
Oleg. I'll find her, but she's great as well.
Dr. Stuart Phillips.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I actually studied under him.
Nice. Okay.
He's great. Yeah.
I think the thing is if someone appears on one of these podcasts, do your research. So if they're on Diary of a CEO, Mel Robbins,
Huberman, oh my God,
then be
Rogan.
Rogan, Chatterjee. I feel
Jay
like
Shetty.
Oh Lord. Not even go in there.
Do your research.
Then I think
look into their shit.
Yeah, because influence.
See what they're selling.
Knowledge. Yes.
See what they're selling.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. See what they're selling.
Like people like us, we've given years of free information.
Yes.
Like free with no supplements, no backhanders. If you want to come and work with us,
great.
Feel free.
And listen, I have no problem with people profiting off of their knowledge and experience. Of course. This is it's important work. But as soon as the Dave Asprey's of the world start selling their really expensive MCT oil, or that other company that's selling, this is not your boyfriend's creatine.
I can get it for $4.25 at the local cash and carry.
Exactly. That's what you need to look at. You know, it's unfortunate, but not everybody can be above reproach like us, right?
No, but we should. Do you know what? Right, I will often say to clients, I don't know the answer. Let me go find out.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I read a study. Let me read a couple more just to make sure I've got my ducks in a row. Let me refer to something I wrote in my dissertation. Let me go back.
Nice. Yeah.
Because I don't always know. I don't always remember. I'm human.
Yeah. You know what? And I think I used to do that when I was teaching. I'm not sure. Let me find out for you.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what people want. Yeah. People think, oh, well, they don't know. Well, sometimes the person who thinks tells you they have all the answers, the only answer they have is cost $150 plus shipping.
And to end on this note, I'll say this. Ladies, track your calories at weekends.
Oh, do they count? They don't count on the weekends, do they?
It depends.
Is it my birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then it doesn't count.
And as long as it doesn't spike your insulin.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So, ladies, I guarantee for most of you listening to this, if you are struggling with dropping body fat, it's 90% probably not the week. It's the weekend. Track your weekend calories.
Yep.
Are we done?
We're done.
Are we sure?
I think so. It's going to be tomorrow.
If we carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.